Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Gamer to Gamer, where we here at Randman Legends, we just, talk to other streamers or content creators and kind of just vibe with them, talk about their journey, talk about, what they want, what they do, all that fun stuff. So, if you want to introduce yourself, I have a special guest here today. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Eccentric, and I am a Twitch streamer.
Hello. Yeah, so my friend here, I don't even know how we came to be. I think you just joined my chat one day and we kind of blossomed to a nice little friendship behind the scenes. And we check on each other's streams. You stream quite a bit, actually. I would say you're quite the streamer. I think you're 6 days a week.
Yes.
Which is crazy. I can't even stream 2 days a week for an hour. So we live very different lifestyles.
Yes, we do.
but yeah, I just kind of wanted to, reach out and kind of just talk about, our journeys, specifically your journey, and basically just have some people maybe on my side be introduced to you, and maybe some of my followers can flock to your Twitch streams and support you in that way. And so I guess to start off with, first I want to preface it. This is the first podcast for Gamer to Gamer, so bear with us. It is a learning experience for me of how I want to structure this, but definitely reaching out to content creators and streamers and all that. It's something I want to look forward to, and trying to keep each episode fresh. So, first episode might be easy because it's the first one, but in the future things might change. So, just want to put it out there for people listening. And another thing I just want to put out there, because I know I've gotten questions, this will probably be alternating with the Hidden Side Quest podcast, just so it's easier for me and Edward to kind of figure out our scheduling, and then I can kind of get other people on there. But anyways, all that fun stuff out of the way. Let's just start with you. So when did you start streaming?
I started streaming in December of 2024, and it took me about 5.5 weeks to make affiliate on Twitch. So I became an affiliate on January 10th of 2025. So not long.
Yeah,
few
that was
months.
pretty quick.
I was just very consistent, man, and that's one of the things you have to be, because I've seen a lot of wishy-washy streamers that maybe stream maybe once or twice a week or once or twice a month, and it's usually not on the same day or at the same time, and it's consistency is huge, man. I am on Twitch Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Monday through Saturday. I rarely miss a day, and that's what people want to see, man. I want to see that from other streamers, I don't want to subscribe to somebody who is never on, I mean, to me, that's a waste of money. You want that consistency. If you're not consistent, you're not going to make it. You're just not. You're not going to see any growth whatsoever if you're not consistent. Consistency is one of the most huge things for a streamer.
Yeah, and I totally agree. And one of the reasons why I wanted you to be the first one on this podcast is just because we joked about in the beginning, we live very different lifestyles, but I think the consistency you've had really kind of shows and reflects on the consistency I didn't have on Twitch, to the point where I kind of just gave up. And I think that and we talked about it before, it's me and you, but I'm more into the editing style and kind of doing that. Streaming, there's something about streaming, and we're gonna talk more about it later, but something about streaming that just hasn't clicked with me yet. I've gotten better, but the consistency is still something I struggle with, and that is why I think I found more success on YouTube, where I can pump out more content in other ways. But on Twitch, on Twitch you only stream, that's the only content you can kind of pump out. Because I wasn't consistent, it took me, I kid you not, 9 months? No, 10 months to reach affiliate, because I just wasn't consistent, and just so hearing you did in 5 weeks, I'm like, dang, that's a lot. That's fast. But you saying the consistency is key. You get that following, you get those regulars. Even now with my scheduling, that I have on my streams, like even then, like I do them at different times, and I say I'm gonna do them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but sometimes I have something to do on Thursday, so like I'll do it on Wednesday, and I think that even then adds up to like an unbalanced audience, and I think it shows for me.
Mhm.
And again, looking towards you, I think that's very inspiring. Like how I want to look at it, how I want to stream, have that familiarity, like what's and whatnot. So yeah, kudos
Oh
to you
yeah.
for doing that. I mean, that's awesome.
Absolutely, man. Like you said, I mean, I get a lot of people like they work like 9 to 5 jobs or whatever, but I mean, you want your schedule to be reasonable with your lifestyle. Like, do you have kids? Are you married? Do you have other responsibilities other than streaming? I mean, you have to take all those things into account because you have to reasonably make a schedule that's going to work for you, of course. Um, and it's one of those things I would say, don't quit your day job over. If you want to be a streamer, I would definitely say do not quit your day job. Because streaming is not an overnight thing. You could put in hundreds of hours of work and see like no return for 6 months, a year, whatever. I mean, and if you don't really want to dedicate yourself to it, then you're really not going to go far in it. And I'm not saying that to be a jerk to anybody. I'm just being realistic. Like I'm not trying to discourage anybody from trying it, but like be realistic with your schedule, with your expectations of yourself and what you want to do, I mean, if you can only stream a couple times a week for a few hours a day, that's fine. But just be consistent about it, like if like you said you're going to stream Tuesdays and Thursdays or whatever, you'd have to make sure you are there where you say you're going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's accountability. Because people are more likely to trust you when you keep your word. Your word is your bond. And if you can't keep your word, people are going to stop showing up. They're not going to keep coming back to a stream where the streamer is so inconsistent, or they're not where they say they're going to be when they say they're going to be there.
Yeah, no, you're really making me rethink. Like, man, I need to make a new streaming. I'll have a new summer streaming schedule. So,
But
yes,
like
I'm
you
gonna
with
try to get
the
better, but
yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's not like to lecture anybody or anything like that.
no, it's
But
good
I mean, like
advice.
how you said with the editing and everything, I'm not a big editor, so YouTube didn't really work for me all that much. I want to go back at it again at some point, but I want to get better at editing and stuff before I take another stab at YouTube. Um, so for me, I like the live stream stuff because I could just the VODs are there right after my stream. Um, I could edit them if I wanted to, but I generally don't because most people don't generally watch VODs, or they might watch like certain portions of them, but they don't
Hmm.
generally like watch like if I do like a 4 to 6 hour stream is usually what I do. So most people are not going to sit there and watch that because that's like
Hmm.
watching the freaking the Harry Potter series, like back to back
Yeah,
movies or some crap.
yeah.
Most people don't have the patience.
No, and even just like I mean, I know Twitch has this too, but like I'm a big stats guy. When like a
Hmm.
video goes out, 24 hours later, 48 hours later, my favorite thing is to do is kind of sit there and like just look at the statistics about things and stuff. And you'll be surprised. Like some people will go back and watch VODs, and you can see like the hourly. They won't watch the whole thing, but they'll watch an hour
Right.
or 2 hours of it and stuff. Um, but so like I'll look at the stats of like a VOD, and um they don't perform as well as like other videos, but the one game that did do well was Mario Sunshine. That VOD was very popular. So I guess it kind of depends on the audience and the game.
You
Um,
can't go wrong with Mario in general,
yeah.
man. I have Mario Kart on my stream now, and I shit you not. Most of my followers I've gotten in the last 10 days have been from Mario Kart, and I've got about 32 new followers just from Mario Kart in the last 10 days. People love Mario Kart.
Shout out to Mario
people
Kart.
people love Mario in general,
Yeah.
man. It's just a classic.
Yeah, so looking at those stats and stuff, it's like it's very interesting, and I've 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 honestly contemplated on going back to the VOD and like basically making like a compilation of like the best moments of it. The
Mhm.
problem with that is that just takes a lot of time, and on my end, I need to start using the. Do you ever use the stream markers for like stuff?
You mean like how it marks like certain chapters or whatever, or something
Yeah,
like that?
that's
Okay.
something I
Yeah.
need to start using just to keep mental note. Like, haha, that was funny. Stream note, or haha, that was funny. Because I was starting. I actually literally sat down and started doing that for a let's play I did. So I just released a supercut of like my Mario 64. It's like an 8-hour video, just basically all the episodes combined into one. Just to see what happens. I know some people just don't like separate videos, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna combine all of them and see what happens. And I released it, and I got a comment from somebody saying like, "Hey, this is cool and all, but like, you should make a compilation of like the best moments." I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? That doesn't sound like a bad idea." So I literally sat down yesterday and started editing the first episode. I'm like, I'm literally just gonna have to watch my own let's play because I don't remember the funny moments. I don't remember like the moments that are like high intensity. So like literally one episode in, I'm like, I give up. I'm not doing this. I don't have time for this. I can't watch my 8-hour let's play. But I was
Right.
thinking in the future, I'm like, okay, if I kept note of like special moments, I'm like, okay, maybe it could be a little bit more bearable. But like, ugh. So yeah, uploading VODs is definitely I mean, you should just do it on YouTube though. Like, what? It doesn't hurt to have it on YouTube, right?
Right. I've even tried that myself though. I did try putting like my VODs from Twitch on YouTube. And honestly, they just did not do that well. Because like with YouTube, it's a completely different site, you know? Like Twitch and YouTube are very, very different when it comes to the gaming world. So with Twitch, I can just like go live and whoever shows up, but everything is live. It's all live interaction. It's not a pre-recorded video or anything. Whereas YouTube's the exact opposite, man. Like you can stream on YouTube and then like you can make it into a video or whatever, or you can just make a video and then just upload it and edit it and everything. But YouTube's algorithm is very hard to understand, I think, for a lot of people. And I think like when I first started on YouTube, like my first go around at it, it did horrible. And the reason it did horrible was the fact that I made the rookie mistake because I didn't know any better. I didn't know any better. And I made the mistake of telling my friends and family about my YouTube channel. And I know people are going to be like shaking their head, like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yes, I did. And honestly, your friends and family in that regard, like they mean well by like subscribing to your channel, but if they don't actually watch your videos or they don't watch them all the way through, um, it basically tells the algorithm, hey, this video isn't any good, whether it is or not. It could be the best damn video in the world, but if your subscribers aren't watching it, it tells the algorithm that your video isn't good. So you want to more or less try and take and grow organically on YouTube because telling your friends and family can really hurt you because a lot of your friends and family are not going to watch your YouTube videos. If they do, hey, that's cool, but I can almost guarantee you not all of them will. So it was getting to the point where it was just hurting my engagement because like when I would go to put out a video, I would get less. It would be put in front of less and less people each time because none of my subscribers would be watching it, so it wouldn't be getting put in front of new people. So that's kind of it's tricky with the
Yeah.
YouTube algorithm.
I mean, I kind of made that mistake too. I don't know how many friends and family kind of fell into that can of worms of just like subscribing to me, but uh, I like to think that I kind of crawled out of that hole. I don't know. Maybe I'm not looking at the algorithm correctly. Things are doing well enough, in my opinion, for me. Um, Also, I do think. Well, shout out to my mom. I know my mom watches my stuff, even though she always tells me like I can't keep up with all the videos you post. I'm like, yeah, I know. Just watch what you can. But yeah, that's a rookie mistake I made too, and that's something I didn't know going into it. And I'm over here posting like on Instagram and Twitter, like please subscribe. I need subscribers. So I wish there was a way to delete subscribers. That would be
I do too, man.
that'd
That
be
would be
helpful.
nice. That's another thing that Twitch has that YouTube just doesn't, unfortunately. Like for example, like on Twitch, if somebody's bothering me or something, I can just hit the ban block report, and I do, I do.
Mhm.
But if somebody is bringing down my channel on YouTube, I can't get rid of them. So that's kind of the
Yeah.
sad part there. I mean, I wish you could get rid of people that didn't or were subscribed but didn't watch your videos, man. I wish you could just
Like a
get rid of those
cleansing button. That'd be honestly that
Yes.
wouldn't be a bad feature. Like, hey, this guy hasn't watched you in 6 months. Do you want to get rid of him? Yeah, drop him.
Right, like after a certain amount of time, if they don't view any of your videos that you post, that I would say give them the boot because they're bringing my channel down.
That should be honestly
mean,
that should be an
it's a
automatic thing. Now
thing.
that I'm thinking about it. Like if it's
Yeah,
really bringing you
absolutely.
down that much, like maybe this guy just isn't interested in me. So
And that's
you know,
why people don't grow on YouTube as fast or as much as they want to because most of their subscribers do not watch. And I think that's why a lot of people, when they get the option, they take and charge for subscriptions. That way, because people are more likely to watch something if they're paying for it. Just like on Twitch, how you pay for your subscriptions, most people are going to show up to a stream that they're paying to see ad free. Just saying.
yeah, that's true. Well,
I mean, you're not going to pay for something and not use it.
I'm 150 subscribers away from adding memberships to my channel, so we're almost there. Hey, maybe I'll be
Hey,
there by the time this video's posted. I don't know. We'll see. We can
hey, when you
benchmark
do it, man, hey, just make it something like cheap, like $1. I mean,
Yeah.
just to start off with until you get your foot off the ground there. But yeah, I mean, I would definitely put some sort of price tag on there for sure because people are going to think twice about subscribing if they got to pay for it. They're going to ask themselves, am I really going to watch this? And that's what you want them to do. You want them to say, hey, am I actually going to watch this? Because then people are going to think a little bit more and you're probably going to have more viewers because people are actually paying to see your content.
Exciting stuff. I cannot wait. So, kind of leaning back a little, kind of, rewinding things. What made you want to start streaming? Like, how did that thought become a reality?
So, my husband actually suggested it to me because I was always playing video games all the time. Like, I love video games, especially like the Final Fantasy and like Kingdom Hearts and like Yakuza and Tales of. Like, I like a bunch of different video games. And I was always playing video games anyway. Like, all my spare time, I was like playing video games. And my husband just kind of said one day, he's like, why don't you just stream? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you're playing video games anyway. He's like, you might as well just stream and share it with people that like share the same interest, you know? He's like, you don't have anything to lose. He's like, go for it. Like, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. He's like, you haven't lost anything either way. He's like, and you'll never know unless you try. So I went out and actually like bought a whole gaming setup and everything. And I gave it a try and here I am now, what, 5, 6 months later? I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's so
It's become like
interesting. It's so interesting. Sorry to interrupt you real quick, but it's so interesting that I know we talked about it, but I kind of forgot. Like, you're still relatively new to like the streaming space. Like, I don't get that vibe when I see your streams. Like, everything's so well organized and the scheduling is very, professional and mature. Like, it's kind of extraordinary that it hasn't even been. It's only been half a year, basically. Probably your 6-month anniversary, sometime in the week or so now.
well, I had a lot to learn when I first started, and I kind of like had to play catch up because this is the first computer setup I've had in probably since I was in high school, man. I haven't been on a computer in years. The previous job I had didn't require it, so I haven't been on a computer because I haven't had a job where I was required to have like tech skills or anything. So I had to basically like reteach myself how to use a lot of this stuff because let's be honest, in 15 years, technology's changed quite a bit. So
Yeah.
I definitely had to relearn a lot of shit and then like learn a bunch of new shit. So um yeah, it's been quite an experience. And some stuff that I find so simple now was so hard to me in the beginning. Like I had to ask other people, and I'm like, I feel like an idiot asking this, but I'm gonna ask anyway because I'd rather look stupid than be stupid.
I get that sentiment so much. Like I was literally before the recording, I was telling you about this Wavelength app that I've had in my computer for a year now, and then I looked up a YouTube video. I'm like, oh my god, this is so simple and so helpful. How did I not be able? I couldn't figure this out on my own. Whatever. Yeah, there's so
Mhm.
many. Streamlabs, the software I use to stream, Streamlabs looked like a supercomputer when I first started using it, and now I'm like, oh, I know how to do this. I know how to switch, scenes. Here you go. Blah 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 blah. Um, yeah,
Right.
all that stuff just takes practice.
OBS had me floored when I first saw it. I'm like, what is this mess?
Hmm.
But now I can navigate through OBS like it ain't nobody's business. But it's a lot more intimidating than it actually is. You know, it looks more intimidating than it actually is.
Yeah, no, I feel that. So yeah, you just went for it, and it's been all uphill for you. Like seems like. That
Oh
being
yeah, and I
said,
really.
oh, go ahead.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I really owe a lot of it to just consistency, man, and just being there when I say I'm gonna be there and accountability. I think a lot of it, just me being consistent, is what's really helped me. Like in the almost 6 months I've been streaming, I think I've missed 2 days, and it's because I was either sick or I had like something going on. But for the most part, I don't miss days, and that's very important. Like it has to be like something. Either I got to be sick or there's got to be some sort of emergency going on for me to miss a day. Like I try my hardest not to miss a day.
Yeah, no, that's good. And I mean, it seems like what helps, I think, starting off as a streamer that I think is really important is just having that backbone support. So it seems like your husband was very supportive, and in my case, my friends were very like adamant, like, dude, just do it, just try it. And when I started content creation, the first thing I did was stream, which is funny because it's the one thing I hate. But I started off as just like streaming. And then eventually that evolved into like short and stuff. And then eventually the shorts evolved into like full on videos. And the full on videos eventually evolved into like let's plays. Now podcasts, like, it's definitely evolved over time. But I do owe it a lot to, my backbone support from the very beginning where like, my friends were there day one watching my stream, my family, was like, yeah, just do it. Like, kind of like your husband, like in the same vein, like, dude, you play games all the time. Why not just turn on a camera and, get behind a mic? I'm like, I don't know. And, something again we talked about earlier, but, kind of starting that recording is always nerve-wracking. Always,
Yes.
you don't know how the stream's gonna go. But once, people start, flowing in, and once you kind of, shake off the nervousness, streaming can be fun. And I think for me, it's those first 30 minutes that I hate so much that kind of turn me off of the streaming in general. But I know because you
Mhm.
see these videos, you go look at my streams, you go look at the VODs, like an hour, 2 hours in, I just won't shut up. I'm screaming, I'm having fun, I'm talking to people, like, you know.
Same.
And
Same here.
every time I end the stream, I think to myself, like, that was pretty fun. I should do that more. And then the next day will come like, oh, 30 minutes though. I don't want to go through that again. Oh man. Ugh.
Oh yeah, I could totally relate to that, man. Like I feel like that feeling never goes away, but at the same time, it's a good thing because it keeps you on your toes and it drives you to do your best. Like you could take nerves, man, and you can let them either crush you or you can use them to help build you up, you know. You can use them to your advantage. And I think over time, like with being in front of a camera, you kind of learn how to do that. So that is a really
Yeah.
cool skill if you can master it for sure.
Yeah, and it's just the live, like I think it's being live because I feel like I'm pretty good behind a camera.
Oh
But
yeah.
the minute knowing that it's live, and I don't know, there's something about it, but yeah, I feel like I've gotten better at it. I just, the stream jitters is what you called it. Uh,
Yes, exactly.
so when you're streaming, I think, how do I phrase this question? Um, how does streaming affect your day to day gaming? Do you find yourself only gaming behind the camera now, or do you try to give yourself some like you time? You can play games on your own accord. Maybe on the couch or like, if you're playing Switch in bed or something like that. Or is it strictly only behind the camera?
Both. So for me, I'm a gamer through and through. Like even when I get off get off like my stream or whatever, I'm still gonna go play a game. Like I might take an hour in between or something, like to just rest my eyes or just like decompress from stream. But at my core, I am a gamer, so a lot of times I will get like I will go lay down while I'm trying to go to sleep or something and like play a Switch game. Because a lot of times, man, if I'm sitting there like playing a game and I just lay down, I will go to sleep pretty quickly. it just helps me go to sleep a lot faster. I don't know. Like a lot of times
Yeah.
I'll do that. But I also just play games by myself sometimes just for fun. I mean, it doesn't always have to be online. I think if you truly love gaming, then you would do it whether you were on a camera or not. And sometimes it's nice to be off camera because I don't have to sit there and talk and constantly worry about entertaining an audience.
Hmm.
Um, and I can just enjoy the game and just be immersed in the game. And I don't have to worry about reading chat and everything. But then, like when you're online, it's also more fun because then you have all these people coming in and putting in their 2 cents and stuff. Especially if you get stuck in a certain point in a game, like especially if you played it for the first time, it's very helpful sometimes. Like if somebody comes in there and tells you, "Oh, you just need to do this, that, and the third," and then you do it, and then you're like, "Oh, okay, well, hey, that was cool. I never knew that. Now I know." So I mean, there are definitely pros to both being behind the camera and being off the camera when it comes to gaming. So
Yeah, when I was streaming, just for context, because I know I've gotten a lot of new followers since basically I call it the purge. Originally I started streaming like from like January of last year to like maybe I want to say March because that's when I believe when Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out. Maybe April. Maybe I think it was April. So I made it to April, and then when I got to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, um I noticed I did not enjoy playing that game on stream because that was a new game and a game that I was like very excited for years. A game I was waiting for, and I feel like trying to entertain, even if it was a small audience, entertain and try to once you see that and this is when I was still checking like the viewer number. So every time
Mhm.
I saw that number go up, I'm like, oh, I got to do something entertaining to to keep them here. Because then sometimes you see it go up and then you see it go back down. Like, oh, was it me? What did I say? Did I do something wrong? And obviously sometimes people just kind of like click and browse. I get it now. But back then I was just so like, oh, so I was just getting stressed out about like keeping an audience. But then I feel like I was missing part of the game because I couldn't go explore maybe like one of the towns. I want to go read every piece of dialogue in that town. But hey, that's not good for streaming because people want to see the combat and the cutscenes. Like, I just felt like I wasn't getting the full experience, so I got completely burnt out because one night I wanted to play Final Fantasy VII, and then I also felt like I only can play it behind the camera. So one night
Mhm.
I got home late from like work or something, and I'm like, man, I wanna play this game, but it's late, and I don't want to stream it. So I said, you know what, just screw it. I'm gonna play it in the comfort of my bed and do it that way.
Yep.
And I felt so comfortable. I felt relaxed. I felt like I enjoyed the game like 50 times more, and that's what kind of made me stop streaming for a while. Then I realized months later I kind of approached it in a very terrible way. So
Mhm.
now I approach it more like, play the game. You know, if you want to record the content, record the content. If not, uh, just enjoy the game for yourself. The problem with me is I'm always just thinking like, oh, that would have been a funny clip. Oh, that would have been good. Oh, that would have been cool. Um, but I feel like I've slowly kind of just shaken it off. Like, no, let it happen
Right.
naturally, and you
And
know,
yeah, exactly what you said there. I mean, and I totally get that. Because like when you're sitting there like trying to entertain an audience, a lot of people, let's be honest, they have very short attention spans. It's like attention deficit. Ooh, shiny. There's a piece of grass. Ooh, there's a butterfly. I mean, a lot of people are like that, and
yeah,
so you have to kind of cater to their short attention spans because people just it's so hard to keep people's attention. It really is. So I definitely can relate to you on that. But, like, with what you said about, like, checking the viewer count all the time, and I've done that myself, like, especially in the beginning, like, I was always, like, checking the viewer count, and I would say, "Hey, is it me?" or whatever. Like, sometimes I would actually find myself getting frustrated too because, like, I would play something or whatever, and then, like, I'd have a bunch of viewers, and then I get to, like, a slower point in the game where I get to a point where I have to grind levels in the game to, like, fight a boss. And a lot of people would leave at that point, and they would come back later when I was, like, done grinding my levels and everything, so I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna approach this a bit different. I am going to basically play up to a certain point, and then we'll get so much of the story that way, and I'll show people how to, like, get certain items or whatever that they missed or maybe they didn't know existed, and I'll do my grinding off screen, in a lot of cases, and that kind of worked a little bit better because it wasn't so monotonous. It wasn't the same thing over and over and over and over. It's like attack, kill, attack, kill, attack. It wasn't the same thing
Yeah.
over and over. So people were, I think, a little more able to stick around for a little bit longer, and like their attention spans went up a little bit more. But some games are actually like really good for streaming too, because like for example, Final Fantasies 1 through 6 Pixel Remaster. I was doing those on stream. It was taking me about 2 days to do each one, 2 to 3 days at best.
Which is crazy because
And
I played this game as a
Mhm.
kid. I'm like, that did not take me 2 days, but whatever.
Right. Well, that's because with the remaster version, like the Pixel Remaster, you have the boost option on those, right? So you can boost your
Mhm.
experience like times 4. You can boost the gil you earn times 4, or anything else that needs to be boosted. Yeah, because normally you wouldn't be able to do that. Like,
Yeah.
there's no freaking way.
Those
There's not enough
games are a
hours in the
grind.
day. Yeah, there are not enough hours in the day. But when you have that boost on there, it makes stuff so much faster. Like, literally, I could go grind 10 levels in 10 minutes, Um, and I'd be good enough for a boss. And like 10 minutes, people can stick around for 10 minutes, man. They don't have a big issue with like a 10-minute grind. And you're like so much stronger and you could like just go demolish this boss, But I think more video games like that, especially in terms of streaming, I feel like if you're gonna be grinding, I feel like they should come with a boost. Because that would work better for streaming and for
Yeah, I'm
impatient
looking at you,
audience.
Final Fantasy X. Where's my boost option?
Oh my god, I wish.
Oh my goodness. The only version of Final Fantasy that got remastered that doesn't have that. What kind of...
Yeah, and that's one of the most popular ones. Isn't that some shit?
Yeah, my friend Corey, he literally texted me today, like, you should play 10. I'm like, till they add that boost button, buddy. I'm not playing it. Refuse.
That or you could do like I said, just like play up to a certain point and then like grind off screen or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's true. I guess that would be a good way to approach it, actually.
There is that option for the
And
games that don't have boost.
And that's a good point because, kind of falling back what you said, like when you grind, people seem to get a little bit bored. See, when I play my RPGs, if it was my choice, if I was playing my way, I would sit there for hours just to grind. One, I don't think grinding is that boring. I actually think it's kind of therapeutic.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
do
love
too.
the grinding.
Maybe that's because that's the Pokemon trainer in me when I was a kid. Like I just sat there for hours beating up Geodudes to get to level 100. But
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, so I don't mind that, but I also understand that people don't want to watch that. So that exact mindset, playing any game, I always have that mindset, like, what is interesting? What? So I definitely approach the games I choose to stream a little bit more thoroughly. Like there's a lot more thought put into it. Like, is this fun? Like Mario Sunshine, that's constant action, constant frustration because that game sucks. And just kidding, I love that game, but it sucks. But all that stuff, or like playing like Halo with my friend Hector, like that's gonna be a good time. Even between the loading screens, me and Hector we're crazy. And this
You have
like
a love-hate relationship with the game.
Yeah. So stuff like that, like as long as like there's something always entertaining on screen. RPGs are definitely one I'm scared to touch right now. Even with Expedition 33, the new game, I streamed it. I think I streamed it 3 times, and I enjoyed the game. But again, then I go play the game on my in bed under the covers. It's been cold here in California the last few weeks, so it's been like a very nice cozy gaming season. And I'm like, man, I'm enjoying this game a lot more just in bed and not. My other thing is, this is a me problem, but I have a light here for recording, and I freaking hate playing games with a glaring light right here.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be playing games and then I'll turn off the stream and then I'll turn the light off and then keep playing. I'm like, nice. Or like I'll lean back in my seat. I'm like, I can't do that because my mic's over here. I'm like, so little random streaming problems that I have. Again, they're me problems, but for gaming, for us, for gaming for so long our own way, for me it was a little bit more harder, I think, to just adjust to a new way to approach things, a new way to talk. A lot of my videos I've been doing lately, so after the downfall of my Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, streaming stuff, I stopped streaming for months and months and months. I was just over it. My shorts were doing good. My videos are doing good. I'm like, you know what? This is what I want to do. This is, what I've always wanted to do anyways. No big deal. And what I started doing, though, is recording my reaction for games. So I was still playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, in front of a camera, in front of a light at my desk, but there wasn't a chat, there wasn't a live stream I had to worry about, none of that. And then I can just cut out the good moments. And some of my favorite shorts I've ever made are the Final Fantasy VII just moments in the game, just kind of reacting to them, being surprised. And
Mhm.
those I think is where I think streaming has a benefit for me, because I'm a sucker for reaction. When you played Breath of the Wild, and I think I was on my lunch, I'm like, dude, I am watching this VOD. You bet your butt I watched the VOD, because I just like seeing people react to things I like. Like seeing like, oh, I wonder if she's gonna get to this part, or oh, she got the first weapon. Like, seeing that stuff, it excites me. So like having stuff like that archived for me, I think was a very special thing. So after that, I did just start sometime like, I'm gonna play the new Paper Mario. I'm gonna record myself, make a clip or two. And I think approaching it like that for me has been a lot better. Again, people like the live stream aspect to it. People like the camera on. People like all that. So I think for me, I think I'm just trying to find that balance between the three: recording,
Mhm.
free time, and live streaming. I think I'm getting there. But yeah, I'm glad you have you time and still are gaming now. That's important. I feel like I lost track of that for a while.
Oh, yeah, and that can definitely put a damper on your mood for sure. But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying about like the reaction stuff, like how Twitch would like clip certain moments. Like I've had plenty of people in Twitch like clip certain moments for me that were pretty funny, especially like when it's like the first time me experiencing something. Like I didn't really play Zelda as a kid, right? So Breath of the Wild was a whole new experience for me. And somebody actually clipped it. It's on my Twitch channel, but I didn't know in Zelda, right, that if you hit a chicken, it'll give you an egg, but if you hit it too many times, you'll get like a horde of chickens attacking you. There's actually a video of me up there like just reacting to all these chickens just attacking me. It was pretty funny, like go back and watch. And I'm like, wow,
Hey, that's a clip right there. That's a YouTube short. Million likes day one. That's funny. Shout out to
I was like
Kukas.
I did not know that was a thing. I did not know I was gonna get attacked by a horde of angry chickens. I thought I just kept hitting the chicken and it was gonna keep laying an egg because it like laid two eggs in a row, and I was like, oh hell yeah, I can get eggs like this. No. By the third time my luck ran out and I just got attacked by a bunch of chickens.
A Zelda tradition. That's been a Zelda thing since I think A Link to the Past. That's so funny. Yeah.
I didn't know that though, like
No, yeah, of
'cause
course. It's not something like people talk about often nowadays. I think when I
mhm.
was a kid, I was a lot more like, "Do you hit the chickens?" But I think because the chickens in Breath of the Wild look more like chickens, they don't look all
Mhm.
like weird like in others all the games. Um, so I think people kind of just forgot, or like people didn't talk about it as much. But dang, it's funny. In that game, you can throw a chicken into battle, and if the enemies hit the chicken, the hordes will attack the enemies.
Oh
It's actually
really?
yeah, it's really hilarious.
Oh wow.
What a game! I love that
And I
game.
guess I accidentally discovered something else in there. I guess like because I've watched another person, man, who's like been a long time Zelda fan and like has played every Zelda game there is known to man. But I guess I accidentally taught him something that even he didn't know. Because I think there's this one island or something you go to in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about
Uh,
the Event Tide?
Eventide, yeah, Eventide
Yeah.
Isle. That's what it is. I could not remember the name of it to save my life until
I'm
you
surprised.
just
I
said
don't know
that.
how I remembered it, to be honest. Maybe I have nightmares, flashbacks.
But you know how you go there, right? And you have to like pass some trial or whatever, but it takes all of your weapons, equipment, food, everything from you, right? So I sailed a raft there. Before I got off the raft, I was like, just out of curiosity, I want to see if I could throw my weapons on the beach and still keep them.
Huh.
Apparently, you can. You can
That
throw your weapon.
works?
I tried it on stream, and I was just trying it out of curiosity because I was like, because I got so into this mentality of think outside the box with Zelda with those shrines and everything. Because with those shrines, there's always like a bunch of different ways you can go about solving certain puzzles. So I was like doing a think outside the box sort of thing, and yeah, apparently, as long as you don't step off the raft, you can take and throw your weapons onto the beach, and then you can step off the raft, and then you can pick up your weapons again. And it
That's funny. I did not. I
yeah,
didn't never even thought about that. Oh my gosh.
I just thought to
I'm
do
assuming
it.
your weapons go away once you get your stuff back, right?
I don't know. I never finished it
I guess they would.
actually.
I guess they would break. Yeah, I don't know.
But I
That's
I picked them
interesting.
up. I picked them up and I played through the island for a little while, and the weapons worked just fine and everything. Like it didn't take my weapons away from me. Like it just left them on the beach there, and I was able to just pick them up and use them. And I guess this other person that like played so much Zelda and knew all this Zelda stuff didn't know that. Like he had saw me do it on my stream, and he's like, "I never do
Yeah,
that. I've been playing Zelda for like 20 some years."
yeah, I didn't know that either. Like, I feel like that would
I
be something more talked about. Like when that game came out, like, oh, here's how to beat Eventide Island. The not the legit way, but blah 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 blah. That's a smart way to approach it.
I mean, I figured I was going to lose the weapons anyway. I mean, what did I have to lose by just throwing them on the beach? If I'm not going to be able to use them anyway, might as well just like, hey, I mean, you know, like the weapons there, man, they don't last very long in Zelda anyway, so it's not like I couldn't just pick up more weapons. So it wasn't a huge loss to me if I did lose them. And I was like, you know what? Let's just try this and just let's see if it works. Because I was so in that think outside the box mentality when it came to Zelda. Because like a bunch of those shrines I've had to go through, I've had to like really put on my thinking cap and try to like think through them. And I'm like, no, there's no way this is made for kids, man. There's no way. It's too intricate. And like I would like figure out the puzzle, but I would figure it out in a really weird way. And chat would just be like, what the heck? Who thinks to do this? I'm like, well, apparently I do, but you know what, man? It worked either way, so I'm not arguing with it.
That's the beauty of Breath of the Wild. Oh, I love that game. Literally, I went on a run with my friend today, and we literally half the run we talked about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So that game
Oh,
is
you
the
should
game that
try
keeps on
the
talking.
you should try the Eventide Island thing with throwing the weapons on there.
That's honestly, that's on my list. I'm honestly thinking about streaming that game when the Switch 2 comes out, because that game's gonna get a 4K 60 FPS upgrade.
Right.
So I think that's one of the games I want to stream. Because I think that would be fun. Zelda games I played multiple times. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are the only Zelda games I played once. That's because they're so freaking gigantic. But I haven't beaten Breath of the Wild since 2017. So I feel like be a good time to come back and replay it. Problem is, I'm going on a literally the day the Switch 2 comes out. I'm going on a trip to New York, and
Nice. Have
I'm
fun on
gonna,
the East Coast.
yeah, thank you. I'm gonna want to play Breath of the Wild on. Actually, I'll be in New York when this video gets uploaded. How funny, huh?
Hmm.
People watching
From
it, listening right
California.
now. Yeah, people listening right now, which would be Sunday. I'm in
Mhm.
New York right now. Actually, I might be in Philadelphia because we might go to Philadelphia on Sunday. So I don't know. I'll be somewhere in the East Coast.
What you
But yeah,
going for? Family?
I wish I was saying something like family, friends. You know, something noble. I'm going for Pokemon. I'm going for Pokemon Go Fest. So.
Oh, okay, got you.
So I'll be there catching Pokemon, getting shinies. Maybe I'll live stream that. Oh, that'd be fun.
Well, you know, man, you gotta travel across the land and you gotta search far and wide for those Pokemon, man.
Exactly. I literally just did. I have a new segment I do on my channel called Coffee Thoughts, where it's literally me just drinking a coffee, and like I add voiceover after like my thoughts in my head. One of the coffee thoughts I did was like, man, are shiny Pokemon worth it? Like, I've wasted so much time and money catching these dumb things. Like, I've literally traveled the world for them. Is it worth it? And I'm like, yeah, it's totally worth it.
You literally have at that
Yeah.
point. Going from
No,
one
it's
end of the
fun.
country to the next.
Yeah, me and my family, we always go to the Pokemon Go Fest. So, it's a nice excuse for us to travel. And
Well,
my
hope you
best
have
friend,
fun.
thank you. My best friend and his girlfriend are going with us this year, so that's gonna be extra exciting.
Nice.
So it'll be fun. But I'm gonna want to play Breath of the Wild on the plane. So we're gonna see if I can hold off and just wait to stream it, or maybe I'll just test it out on the plane.
Or you can do both.
I can do both. Yeah, or I can just go straight to Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know. We'll see. But I think that would be a fun game to stream.
It is, man. Especially for me, like playing it the first time. I'm like everything's new to me, and I'm like just accidentally figuring stuff out. So it's pretty funny.
Do you ever have any plans to play Tears of the Kingdom?
Maybe. The reason I started playing Breath of the Wild though is because somebody in chat actually sent it to me because they wanted to see me play it on stream.
Oh.
So that one was gifted to me. But yeah, I might play Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know. I want to probably finish Breath of the Wild first, but I would consider it. I would consider it, especially if it's anything like Breath of the Wild. I have no idea. I'm not a huge Zelda fan, so um I never really got into it. But the
You know
more
what's
I'm
funny?
playing Breath
I
of the
was
Wild,
just
the more I like it.
yeah. You know what's funny though? Breath of the Wild. Not saying it's a bad game. You know,
Hmm.
great game, love it. One of the best games ever created. I actually think it's kind of a bad Zelda game though. It's so
Really?
different from any other Zelda that like I remember feeling a little not let down. I feel like feeling let down sounds so negative. Like I just like this was good, but this wasn't. This didn't scratch the Zelda itch I wanted. The
It wasn't what
music,
you were expecting.
yeah. I literally I
Hmm.
have a. I don't mean to keep promoting videos that I just posted, but a video that came out earlier this week when you're watching this is me going over like looking back on the Zelda trailers for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and
Hmm.
we rewatched the first video or the first trailer. And I remember I explained like, yeah, this video or this trailer like it just looks so different and it felt different and the vibe was different and like, different's not bad, but like, you know, kind of coming out of it like, yeah, the music was off, the story was kind of weirder. Uh the whole gameplay and combat is different. Maybe for the better, maybe for the worse. I don't know. I think that's debatable. I think it's different enough for like the good, nice, different take on it. Um,
Hmm.
but then Tears of the Kingdom came out, and Tears of the Kingdom does everything Breath of the Wild does, but better, and adds that Zelda charm, in my opinion. The story feels more like a off the walls Zelda story. The music feels like Zelda music, on top of having the Breath of the Wild ambient music and like wilderness music and stuff. So like, in my opinion, I think Tears of the Kingdom is like 50 times better. Um,
Hmm.
that's a debate I see online a lot. You know, in my head canon, I can't fathom people saying Breath of the Wild's better. Not saying it's a bad game, still a great game. But I think when you look at Tears of the Kingdom, like, well, Tears of the Kingdom is Breath of the Wild, but better. So yeah,
Well, I
there's my
can't say anything because I haven't finished Breath of the Wild yet, and I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom, so I can't compare them just yet. But I don't know. Maybe later on when I've actually played both, then I'll give my opinion.
yeah. This is what you need to do. You need to throw those two games away, and you need to go to play Majora's Mask, the best Zelda game out there. There you go.
Oh my
Solved your
god!
problem.
Throw them away.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Put them in a drawer somewhere. Majora's
Like,
Mask, best Zelda game ever. Anyways, I don't know how this got into a Zelda talk,
hey, it's
but
all good. I mean, it is
welcome to the
gamer
Zelda
to gamer.
podcast, the first episode of Zelda podcast. We're just talking about
It is.
Zelda.
It is gamer to gamer, so I get it.
Yes,
We got hung
exactly.
up on a particular game. It's
Yeah.
okay. It happens. What do you
Um.
expect between gamers?
Yep. We're ramblers.
Yes, very much.
All right. Kind of going back on topic a little. So kind of looking at the success you've had the last 6 months.
Hmm.
Um. Looking out maybe the next 6 months to your year anniversary. What are some goals you hope to achieve by, let's just say your year of streaming? What are some goals you have in mind?
I would definitely like to hit as close to 1,000 followers as I can within that time. Um, and I don't think people should get discouraged if like they get off to a slow start or anything like that because like it's taken me a while to get the people that I've had in there. I'm at like 275 right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm like 275 right now. And that is just from being consistent and just being here every day. And that's like in 5 months or whatever. I think that's like an okay number for that amount of time. And for me being so new at it, um, I honestly didn't think I'd be this far along, to be honest with you, like this early in. I honestly thought I'd probably just hitting like 150 or 200 now, but I'm actually like 275. And that's like a really good feeling. So, I mean, I'm just going for like 20 followers a month. If I can do that, like, I know by the end of this year I can reach 500. That's kind of like my goal by the end of this year is to have 500 followers. I definitely want to try to reach 500 before the end of this year, which with being at 275, I think I have a pretty good chance. But I mean, you never know. You never know. You could have a couple slow months there. I mean, some months are better than others, and Some
Yeah,
months just really suck. You know, I mean,
that's this month for me. I'm like, bro, come on. But
yeah,
you push through it.
yeah.
You're like, okay, whatever.
But you got to keep pushing through it, man, because you just never
Yeah.
know. Like every day is a new opportunity. Um, so you just keep pushing it. You just keep trying. For me, a lot of times too, like I will try something on stream, and if it's not working, then I will try to tweak it, or I will just get rid of it altogether, or I will replace it with something else. I can't tell you how many things I've changed on my stream over the 5 months that I've been streaming. But I think what really helped me in terms of like sticking with the consistency again, like again, back to consistency because it is a huge, to me, it's like the number one thing there. But you want to find a schedule that works for you. You want to find certain things to do on stream that work for you. You want to be consistent. So I ended up actually just making a streaming schedule because I used to post every single day, like, I'm going to be live at this time. We're going to be doing this or whatever. But that got a little monotonous for me. So I started just putting out a weekly schedule. Like I would put it out like Saturday night after stream or Sunday sometime because I take Sundays off. Like everybody needs at least one day off. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Do not try to push yourself 7 days a week. Take at least at the minimum one day to yourself. Like do not try to push yourself too hard on that. But because everybody needs time to kind of
Yeah.
get their head on straight, you know, and not stare at a screen for like hours and hours on end, you know. I mean, you have to have a day of personal time. But getting back to what I was saying there with the streaming and everything and shit, I lost my train of thought. What the hell was I talking about?
You're
I'm
talking about
sorry.
like you're talking about like how do I phrase this? Like
Oh, the schedule.
yeah.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, I lose my train of thought sometimes. I actually have had brain surgery, so it happens from time to time. Forgive me.
Well, it's funny you said it too, and then I lost my train of thought. I'm like, I haven't had brain surgery, so
I have a senior moment every once in a
yeah,
while.
this is me.
I have an excuse though.
Listen, yeah,
I have a
I
damn
don't. I don't.
I have a damn good excuse.
It's
Oh
all
my
this
god.
streaming. It's all this content creation. It's getting in our head.
Yes, it very much is. But yeah, with the schedule, I started actually just like a couple weeks ago, I started putting out my schedule for the entire week. And I would break it down like Monday, the 21st, I'm doing this. And like I'd put the game and the day and the day of the week. And I would do it like that for the entire week because it just got a lot easier, you know, to just post something like that once a week rather than posting something every day, you know, like just post it once a week. That way people know and people know what you're doing that day and what games they want to show up for. Like for example, for mine right now, I'm playing Yakuza on Mondays. I'm playing Final Fantasy 15 on Tuesdays. Wednesday is Chat's Choice. Thursday is like Spyro. I'm like playing the Spyro trilogy. Friday is Kingdom Hearts. We're going through all the Kingdom Hearts games, and then Saturday we're doing like Tales of. So we're doing like Tales of Berseria right now, and then Sunday I'm off. So, and all of my streams always start at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what I've been doing lately is like playing those games for like 3 to 4 hours, and then I'd be switching over to like Mario Kart after, and we'll play for maybe like 2 or 3 hours on Mario Kart. That way, chat can kind of come in and just like participate if they want to. If they have Mario Kart, they can get in there, they can play with me and stuff. And we all sit there, we talk shit to each other and everything, of course. I mean, but yeah, it's Mario Kart. That's what you're gonna
Yeah.
do. But it's really been a lot of fun to be honest with you, because I get to play my RPGs on stream, and then like certain people could come in certain days when they know I'm going to be streaming this, that, or the third. And then if they want to, a lot of people will actually come back for Mario Kart at the end because they know I played Mario Kart at the end. And like it's like I have two different audiences almost. Like I have the daytime crowd or like the evening crowd, I guess I
Yeah.
can call them, that come in just for like the RPG gameplay, and then I have the like the late night crowd that kind of comes in to play Mario with me. So I've kind of like made two audiences there for myself.
No, I mean that's good. You gotta have two elements. I think
Mhm.
my well, see, I think the difference between me and you is I think it sounds like even when I join your stream, sometimes I can see like some of the same people. Like, oh yeah, this person said hi last time, or this person, thanked me for saying something nice last time. Yada yada yada.
Mhm.
Sounds like you have an audience. You have those regulars, and at this point, I can name a handful of people. Like, oh yeah, he always shows up to the stream, or she always shows up. Um,
Yeah.
but for me, I feel like I don't have that audience, and I feel like in YouTube, and I have no idea if this is statistically true, but I feel like on YouTube, people tend to chat less than like on something on Twitch.
They do.
Because
Absolutely.
I'll have like some streams I'll have like 20, 30 viewers, and I'm thankful for them, but they don't say anything, and it's like,
Mhm.
do you guys exist? What's going on here? And it's like, I'm looking at the numbers and stuff. I'm like, yeah, they exist. They're watching. They're not like, who know? Like they're sitting there watching, but and I think that's because I was talking to my friend about it, because she watches my streams like while she's in bed doing like homework or something, and
Mhm.
she was like, well, yeah, I watch you on the TV, and I can't
Mhm.
chat on the TV. I'm like, never even thought about that. And then like my
And
friend
that's
watches, yeah, so.
that's where most people do watch YouTube is they bring it up on the TV or on their console or something. So I get that.
Yeah, so like thinking about it like that, I'm like, oh, so I don't have a lot of chatter. That being
Mhm.
said, it does make for nicer clips because it's not me talking to anybody. So I guess you win some, you lose some. But
It takes the stress of live streaming away a little bit.
it does. I do agree. And ever since I kind of dropped Twitch, I feel like it's been a little bit better. I have thought about bringing it back. We did upgrade our internet, so I think it can handle. I don't know what was wrong. I don't know if it was my internet to begin with. But we did upgrade the internet, so I like to assume that it would be able to handle Twitch now. In fact, later today, I'm probably gonna do some testing, more testing. That's the thing. And you're talking about what I wanted to talk about too is ask you a question. Playing, so you stream 6 days a week,
Mhm.
but you stream basically sounds like 6 different games a week.
Yes.
Do you think that detracts your audience a little? Do you think the audience likes the diversity? Does that make? I'm assuming you enjoy playing different games
Oh yeah.
because it gives you like a little bit more
To me,
flexibility.
I think about it like it's like even if you have like a favorite food, right? Like let's say spaghetti is your favorite food, right? Let's say it's
It is
it's
my
your
favorite
favorite
food.
food. Okay, well let's say
I
it's
love
it's your
spaghetti.
favorite food in the world and there's nothing you like better, right? I feel like if you do it every day, like if you eat spaghetti for every meal, you are eventually going to get tired of it and want something else. You're like, "Hey, that steak looks pretty good right now," or that roast chicken looks pretty dang good. Um, I feel like I don't want to overdo it on one particular game because I feel like if I play the same game all the time, I will definitely get burnt out from that game. Um, and I feel like that's most everybody, man. You can't do the exact same thing every freaking day or eat the same thing for every meal and not get sick of it, you know? I mean, you're
Yeah,
gonna get sick of it. So that's why I incorporate a lot of variety into my stream. And also with playing a bunch of variety, you attract a bunch of different people from different like gaming communities and everything. So if you just do one thing, you're only going to attract so many people because only so many people are going to like that one particular thing. Whereas I started playing Yakuza and I met like a bunch of other people that come in there that play Yakuza. And then on like Fridays I do Kingdom Hearts, which is completely different, which is basically you got like rated M to rated E, you know? I mean, one's about the Yakuza, the Japanese Yakuza, like gangs and stuff, and then the other one is about
Mickey
Disney.
Mouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Mickey Mouse meeting Cloud Strife.
So, you know, like they're very opposite one another. Um and there's just a lot of different people that have a lot of different interests, you know. But some people show up to every stream I do. And they've been like my regulars for a long time and everything. They show up for everything I do. And then other people only show up on certain days when I'm playing a certain game that they want to see, and that's fine. And then you have the people that come in like my Mario Kart crowd that comes in like
Yeah.
around 10 p.m. and they want to like, let's go, let's race. So you know, I mean,
Every time I talk to you, you motivate me like, oh, I want to stream more. And then I get behind the camera like, nah, actually, I don't know. No, that bed's looking pretty nice over there. Like it's laid down. Like, oh man.
I think you just have a different style of streaming, like a different style of going about things. Like you, I think, prefer the technical aspect of it, like editing videos and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
prefer being out in front of the camera and not so much like the techie work. I'm
But I
not a
want to
huge
I want to
person.
be more loose like that. And that's a
Mhm,
great point, like not like I approach things so like partially of like I want things to be like
mhm,
in a certain way. You're talking about one thing I know we've talked about this before, and uh you'll play a game and then you'll switch midstream, like, oh, I'm gonna play Mario Kart now. See, I
mhm.
can't do that because then knowing like what am I gonna name this video? Final Fantasy 7 plus Mario Kart? Like, I don't know if that, you know. So like if I were to switch games, I personally I would want to end the stream, then start
Mhm.
another stream. Just for
You can
like
do that. You
I
can
can, but like,
absolutely do that.
you'll lose like, there's some cons to that, but like
Mhm,
because I'm so picky in how I want things, and then like when a video is posted on like or a VOD is posted on my channel, I want it in like a specific playlist. Now you can look at
mhm.
all the Expedition 33 streams, or you can look at all the Mario Sunshine streams. Like I want everything to be together, cohesive. Um, I know a lot
Yeah.
of streamers will name their like stream like something funny, like oh we're gonna beat down Mario tonight or something like that. But like I have to name it Mario Sunshine Part 2. Like, I get so upset about it. I'm like, I need everything to be perfect and aligned and everything like but I feel like there's some cons to that because,
Mhm.
if someone else is playing Mario Sunshine, the same part, same everything, and they look at two videos next to each other, and one's called Mario Sunshine Part 2 and one's called We're Getting Wet Tonight, Boys. It's like, well, which one are they gonna choose? They're gonna choose
It
the more
depends on
funny
the
one.
person.
That's true. That's true. Because that might creep people out. So maybe I'll have that crowd. But you know what I mean? Though, like I feel like I need to get a little bit more experimental. I need to get a little uh weird. I know I tried my Halo one. I called it Nintendo Fanboy Tries Halo Multiplayer, and that
Uh-huh.
did well. I'm like, maybe it was the title. Maybe it was the title that attracted more people than playing Halo or something like that. You know what I mean? So you
Sometimes you
know,
just gotta experiment, you never know.
yeah. Have you ever thought
You
about? I
never
guess I
know.
could. I literally just thought about this right now. I guess I could name it something weird and then rename it the right thing after.
That's hilarious, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're more a little on the OCD side. I'm not
OCD.
because I
That's the word I was thinking. I'm like, there's a word for this craziness. OCD.
Yes,
Okay.
obsessive compulsion disorder. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
You like everything has to be so, and all my pins have to be lined up, and all my I's
Yeah.
have to be dotted, and all my T's have to be crossed, and this can't be on an angle. It has to be perfectly straight. I gotta get a ruler. Hang on.
I like how you say that. You said that. And I look at my notepad that's perfectly lined up with my pencil and pen. I'm like, oh yeah, that's not me. Come
You
on.
seem to have that personality type.
Yeah. I'm
I
like,
bet you
come on.
everything's like all neat and organized.
No, I wish I can show you my desk right now. Everything's perfectly clean. Wiped it all down this last night. Everything's good.
The most organization I got, man, I put like on my Discord. Um because somebody asked me to put up a list of all the games I had for like when we go to Wednesday and we do the chat's choice. So basically, chat will vote on what they want to see me play or whatever. So I basically put a list of games that I have, and I even alphabetized everything too for them, so it'd be easier to find. But that's about as organized as I get when it comes to something like that. But I can understand that, like alphabetizing something so it's easier to find. But yeah, I mean, it took me like maybe 10 minutes to just alphabetize everything, so it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah. That's the one thing I need to kind of. I made a Discord for me and the followers and stuff like months like this was probably back in June. I never touched it again. I kind of just dropped it. I'm like, and I've had people ask about like, oh, you have a Discord? I'm like, kinda. I'm like, you can join, but nothing happens there. That's one thing I always see. I always see notifications on my screen. I'm like, dang, this girl, she updates. She updates and updates. But I'm sure
Yeah.
people appreciate that. It's like,
Oh yeah, and also
that
when I switch games, like in the middle there, like if I'm going from like Tales of Berseria to like doing Mario Kart, I update all my stream info and everything. That way people know that I've switched over. So I think it sends out a notification when you switch over to like when you update all your stuff there. So that's always a good thing to do. So that way my stream stays current to what I am currently doing. So
yeah,
but yes, I do
streaming.
stream a lot.
Yeah. No, it sounds like you got it down, which is great. So again, every time I talk to you, I get motivated. I'm gonna do some changes. I'm gonna test some stuff out tonight, see if that works.
You got it,
And
man.
again,
Just don't be
I'm
too
just trying.
critical. Just don't be
Yeah,
too
I'm just trying to
critical on
get
yourself.
better. Like last night, a good example. Last night. Last night was just one of those lazy Saturdays. Didn't
Mhm.
do anything really. I woke up, sat in bed, edited some videos. Contemplating. I was supposed to hang out with a friend, but she got sick. Like, okay.
Happens.
Even before that, me and my other friend we were supposed to go hiking, but it was freaking hot last week in California. Now it's freaking freezing. I don't know, and it's gonna be hot again tomorrow. So that's California weather. So we decided not to go hiking because it was gonna be like 62, and that's freezing for us Californians, by the way. So if
That's
anybody who thinks
freezing
that,
for you guys?
yeah, if
That
anybody who think, yeah, if you don't think that's freezing, you haven't been to California and you haven't met a Californian. We're very
Nah,
weak and we're very fragile.
I've
Yeah,
noticed.
so.
Oh
And
my
when I say tomorrow's gonna be hot, it's gonna be a clean 88, and that's way too hot for me. So,
It's
yeah.
funny,
So
I heard a
that's
Californian tell me that 72 degrees was cold. I'm like, "That's cold to you? Really?"
yeah.
That's
And I'll
weather to
admit I'm a
me.
little bit more cold blooded than most Californians. Like I like the cold, so like 67 degrees like perfect weather for me. Um, 72 for me. I'm a little bit more. Yeah, weather. I'm like I hate California weather. And see when it switches. See, I sound great right now. But let's say I record something tomorrow. I'm probably gonna be sick because when it's cold like this and then jumps up drastically, I get sick. That's
Oh, yeah.
literally like yeah. So I just don't go well with it.
That
Um
rapid weather change.
yeah, and California does that a lot in May and June, and I just fall apart so
I'm so
badly.
used to cold weather. I live in Indiana, so we get a lot of snow.
Oh yeah, see we don't get
We're
any of
used
that.
to it being cold. Like, you guys don't probably ever see snow in California.
No, I mean, I live near mountains that you can kind of get snow up there. I don't
Mhm.
know when the last time I've been up there with snow. I usually go up there during the summer when it's dry.
Yeah, but it's
But
rare, isn't it?
yeah, I have a friend, Max, probably watching this right now. Since he always says I never shout him out. I'm shouting you out, Max. He lives he lives in North Dakota, and he's always getting mad when we're us in the Discord. We're all talking like, dude, it's freaking freezing. He's like, how cold is it?
Mhm.
I'm like, dude, it's like I think it's like 61 right now. He's like, it's negative 12 where I'm at right now. I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
dang. So now we're just making up numbers. I'm like, okay, yeah, you do that.
I mean, the
I can't
negatives
even
are a real thing. They're
I can't
very,
even.
very
I
cold.
know. For us Californians, I can't even fathom negative degrees. Like I cannot comprehend that. I can't comprehend under 50. Us Californians.
It definitely gets that cold. We get some pretty cold winters here too. Like, it goes down to like the teens and the single digits and stuff, and it goes into the negatives even. So yeah, it does get cold here in the winters for sure. You guys don't know what cold is. I'm gonna tell you
No,
that
we
right now.
don't.
You have no
See,
idea.
I'll admit it. Us Californians, we think we know everything. No, we don't know anything. We don't know
You guys got like that
shiz.
beach weather year round. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, yeah. So I forgot what I was talking about. What was it? What was? How did I start talking about weather?
I don't know. It just
Uh,
means we're getting old.
yeah.
We're sitting around
I have,
talking about the weather.
I have no idea what I was talking about before. Well,
It's all good. It happens.
yeah, I guess.
Trust me,
What
I
was I
get it.
talking? Okay, well, I guess we'll just drop whatever I was talking about. Must have not been important if the weather took over. Um. Oh wait, I remember what I was gonna say. I remember. I was gonna say, basically, long story short, yesterday would have been a good day to just buckle down and stream, but instead, I just decided not to do that. I literally did nothing, and even at night, I just started playing games on my own accord.
Mhm,
Um. So I just need to kind of, I need to get in the mentality. Not all the time, obviously. You time is important, but if I'm
mhm.
not doing anything, you might as well just kind of, stream and get content out, and just kind of get it done. I need to just hopefully with my new work summer schedule. I coach a cross country team and track team, so we're gonna get our summer schedule. So hopefully, once I have all that solidified, then I can kind of lay out like, okay, I can fit a stream here, I can fit a stream here. I'm just a sucker for like, I need to get better with my social skills. I'm a sucker for
Mhm.
like if I'm gonna stream on Tuesday and someone like, hey, dude, you want to go eat? I'm like, heck yeah, I do. And I'll just drop the stream like, oh, I can't do that. I shouldn't be. And I do feel bad because I'll get like texts from like friends that are legit interested in my streaming, my streaming stuff,
Mhm.
they'll text me like, "Are you streaming today?" I'm like, "I like Korean barbecue right now. We'll see what happens." I'm like, sorry, I need to get better at that.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
that's
admit that.
another thing, too, like, if you can't make your stream, like, at least, like, put in your Discord or whatever, like, "Hey, guys, sorry, can't make the stream today." Like, at least let your audience know. I mean, that would be a good thing too because,
Sorry guys, can't make it. Me like cooking Korean barbecue. Something came up.
I mean, you don't have to, like, go into detail or anything, but, like, if you can't make a stream, like, it's nice to at least let your audience know. It's like if you go out on a date with somebody, and they can't make it, like, the polite thing to do is to be like, "Hey," like, call them or text them and say, "Hey, I can't make it," right? I mean, you don't wanna get stood up or ghosted by somebody, right? That's not a good feeling. Um, I would say try not to ghost your audience.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it actually, because I do feel bad when I get those texts like,
Mhm.
"Hey, isn't there a stream today?" I'm like, "I did say that, huh? I did say that."
Right. And if you aren't sure if you can stream that day, I would say, don't don't put it out there until you're actually 100% certain that you are gonna be available at that time, you know? Because you don't wanna get people's hopes up and then, you just crush them because you're not there, and then they're like they're gonna go off and watch somebody else, like, straight up, that's what's gonna happen, they're gonna go off and watch somebody else. And you can't blame them, man, because like you said, you're gonna be there at a certain time, and then you weren't, and you didn't like give them a heads up or anything. So I mean, obviously they don't know what happened, so they're gonna go watch somebody else because they don't know. There's nothing they can do, you know. I mean, they have to at that
Yeah.
point. But yeah, like it just, I would say my best advice to you there is just try to be more consistent with whatever it is you're doing. Even if you could only like fit in one stream a week, man, that's fine. So long as it's the same day, the
Consistent.
same time every
Yeah.
week, like it's consistent, like just be consistent with it.
Yeah. I
Whatever
agree.
whatever works for your schedule, like figure that out. But whatever you decide, even if you only stream once a month, man, so long as you stream like let's say you stream on the 15th of every month. Then stream on the 15th of every month no matter what. I mean like
One once a month streams. Let's go.
some
That I
people
can
do
do.
that for real. Some people
Yeah.
do that. Um but the point is that it's consistent, that's
Yeah.
all that matters. No matter how often you stream, consistency is the most important thing.
All right. Well, this video comes out in June. We're in the new era of Rayman Legends. Hopefully that includes more consistent streams.
Yes.
Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and promise it because I promised it like 3 times, but all I'm saying is we're in a new era, so see what
Don't
happens.
promise, just say you'll try.
I'll try. I'm trying out here. I'm trying. The Switch 2 will be out, so I'll be in front of my desk a lot. Might as well turn that camera on. Get those Switch 2 views. Streaming We're definitely gonna be streaming the new Mario Kart. That's for sure.
Nice.
That's gonna be an easy do in. Let's just get that done type of thing. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I'm recording all these videos this week, saying the Switch 2's out, even though it's not out when I'm recording it. But I'm getting excited because we're so close. So,
When is the
yeah.
actual release date for that anyway?
June. The release date's June 5th. I'm getting it on June 4th, which is my birthday. Happy
Oh,
birthday to
nice.
me.
Well, happy almost
So
birthday.
thank you. Nintendo knew it was my birthday, so they gifted it to me.
Mhm.
I wish they would gift it to me. But yeah, that comes out. It comes out June 5th, and yeah, it's gonna be so hype. So,
Sound like you're really looking forward to it.
oh, bro, I can't stop thinking about it. But we're gonna get through it.
I'm just not looking forward to the price is what it is for me because literally
I know.
that's a mortgage payment and like 2 weeks of groceries for me right there. So that's something if I want that, I would have to save up for that, or I would have to like buy one used later on down the road because I don't have that much money to like shovel out on one, so to speak. Not like all at once. I would definitely have to save up for it. But
Yeah.
maybe eventually, because people keep asking me that too. Like I get that question, like I swear to God, I've got that question like 200 times in the last month. I'm like, why is everybody so hung up on the Switch too, man?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, not again. I look at my channel. I'm a Nintendo fanboy.
mhm,
I realize that, but from a content creators aspect, it might be a good investment. Like people are definitely not everybody can afford the Switch 2, which
mhm.
is fine. I understand that, but they're probably gonna be looking for people who did get it so they can kind of watch and experience it alongside them. Um, So stuff like that, I'm looking forward to kind of just sharing the love. I have a lot of friends here that want one but just couldn't get their hands on one, so I'm sure they're
Mhm.
gonna be watching like me play the new Mario Kart and stuff, just to get them a little bit more excited for whenever their time comes that they can get one.
Right.
The thing is with the Switch 2 is I don't think it's gonna get cheaper.
Well, we never
I
know,
actually
but
think I actually think it might get I actually think it might get more expensive.
that's what people
Um,
are saying. But
yeah,
you
I
never
think
know. I mean,
450 is 450 in with inflation is actually cheaper than what the Switch 1
mhm.
was at launch. So, that's just semantics and stuff, but um
Mhm.
regardless, I understand it's a heavy toll.
Either way, I will be waiting for a better deal and the price to drop before I get it. I'm gonna be honest with you because I'm all about like bargain hunting. I don't want
Yeah.
to. I don't want to pay. I don't want to overpay for something, and I don't want to pay something if I think it's way too much or it's just a big ask. So me personally, I am gonna wait and hold off. Like I'm okay if I never get one. Honestly, it's not gonna make or break me there. And if I really want one, then I'll just put a couple $100 away for a few months and then just save up.
Yeah, no, of course.
I mean, it's expensive, but it's not that expensive that I couldn't just save up for one if I really had to have one, you know. But
I wish I had your willpower.
I don't know. I've just always been that way.
I literally designated my whole entire New York trip to making sure that I get this Switch 2 before I get on that plane. My family's like, we have to leave this day. I'm like, I can't leave that day at that time. They're like, why? I'm like, because I won't have my Switch 2 yet. They're like, what? Like, we have to leave after 9 on June 4th. They're like, why? I'm like, because I'll be at Best Buy on 9 on June 4th with my Switch 2. After that, I'll do whatever you guys want me to do. If you guys want me to go straight to the airport once I have the Switch 2, I will do it. I just need to make sure I have my Switch 2 on that
You're gonna
plane.
you're gonna be like, I will cuff myself to this
Yeah,
building if I have
I
to.
will.
I will cuff myself to the Best Buy.
Don't tell my family, but I'm willing to sacrifice the whole trip to get the Switch 2. So, like, but don't tell them that. Mom, if you're listening to this, we're already in New York. We're safe. We're good. So everything worked out.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I mean, yeah,
we'll see what happens. But there's
I've
gonna
never
be
gotten
that one game that you're gonna be like, oh, I need to switch you for that game.
Yes.
It's gonna be Final Fantasy X-3. You're gonna be like,
You know, I'm really not interested in Zen 3,
just
to be honest
kidding.
with you.
Final Fantasy X remake,
I'll
only
be like,
available on Switch 2.
I'll be like, please do not make a 10-3. That is the thing, man. I do not want to see. I didn't even want to see 10-2. I hate sequels. I'm gonna be honest with you. I cannot stand sequels. They never do the original justice. And I think 10 would have been great as a standalone game there with no
Oh my god, you're gonna
sequels.
hate Tears of the Kingdom then. Oh my god, it's written in the stars.
But I honestly like him to the point where like I just consider 10 and I ignore 10-2's existence. Gotten to that point.
I think a lot of people too. What if 10-3 is so good that it fixes 2?
Oh, if they go with the storyline that they've prepared, it's gonna be even worse than 10-2. It's gonna make 10-2 look like up on a pedestal or something. Because the story they have prepared, I don't know if you've watched the audio drama Will or whatever for that, but it's awful. It sounds like really, really bad fan fiction that was like written by a
Someone on
5-year-old.
Reddit.
It's terrible.
The Reddit post.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely awful. You aren't missing anything. I'm gonna be honest. That's just my really raw opinion of that there. I hope they never make 10-3, but they probably will. Probably like 5-10 years from now, but I am really not looking forward to it. I honestly don't even know if I'll get it. I really don't want to see it. I'm just like, just leave 10 alone.
One of your viewers are gonna gift it to you. You have to play it now.
Oh my god.
10-3 comes out, I'll gift it to you. Like, hey buddy, here you go. Have fun.
I'm like, I hope you kept the receipt. It's going back to you.
Well, I burned it.
I will show you ways that you could blow it up or burn it up on stream. Because apparently I'm a pyromaniac because every game I play, I end up figuring out how to set fire to something.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Well, that's all the topic questions I have today. Plus, was
Nice.
a very good conversation we had.
Heck yeah.
All right. Do you want to just kind of shout yourself out where people can find you? Obviously on Twitch because we've been talking about it the entire day, but go ahead and.
Sure. My name is Eccentric, Xsyntrik. I know that's a very eccentric way to spell eccentric, but That is basically what it is. My name is Eccentric. I am a variety streamer on Twitch. I play a lot of Nintendo and PlayStation 4 games. I also play The Sims as well from time to time, so pop on by and check me out. I stream Monday through Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I am off Sundays, and I am very consistent.
Yes, very consistent. If you want streaming stuff, you're probably better off with her, to be honest. Like, I'm being
Definitely
totally
gotta
honest, but
reiterate the consistency.
yes, consistency is key.
Yes,
And yeah, one of these days I mean, I guess we collaborated on this, which is awesome, but we need to collaborate on the stream one day still. To figure that
absolutely.
out. So
Well, since we both like Nintendo, I'm sure we can come to a Nintendo
we
compromise.
could totally do. Honestly, I literally just thought about this now. Before we should do a Mario Kart stream together.
Heck yeah! I mean, I do Mario Kart
Yeah.
every day anyway. Just hop on in.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll take you up on that offer. So,
I mean, I literally do
Wow.
Mario Kart every day after my stream. So I'm going and playing Mario Kart at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time after my regular gaming stream there. So if you ever want to pop in Monday through Saturday, we'll be playing some Mario Kart. The only time I don't play it is if the weather is bad and it like knocks the system out, because I did have to, unfortunately. I wasn't able to play it Friday because we had a tornado watch. But as long as we don't have a tornado watch, we're good.
sounds good. Yeah, no, I think I'll take you up. I've been wanting to stream Mario Kart too, so that's a win-win.
Awesome. Come pop in a stream then. And just check it out. Like, play a few matches with us. I am not very good, by the way. I've only been playing it for
Okay. King.
I've been playing about a week and a half on Mario Kart. It's just a game that I've had for such a long time because a little cousin of mine wanted to play. I played it with her once, and then I just never picked it up again. But now that I'm actually online and stuff and like streaming, I've actually had more motivation to pick it up, and it has really helped with the engagement in my community and everything. So,
Yeah, it sounds fun.
it was definitely a good decision there.
Yeah, definitely look into that then. All right. Well, I'll let you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, your free day, your you time. Hopefully you get some relaxation because you have 6 more days of streaming coming up.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me on the first podcast episode for Gamer to Gamer.
Thank you for having me.
I'm sure we'll have you in something else on the channel sometime in the future. So I look forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to come back if you'd ever want me back. Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. All right. Well, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.